Welcome back to Coffee Talk, guys. Grab your coffee.
Yes.
Join us for our coffee talk today. We want to welcome all of our new subscribers.
Yes.
We've had quite a few recently. Welcome to our channel. We really appreciate you subscribing. We're Keith and Terri. We talk about retirement, what to expect from retirement, aging, travel, you name it. We talk about it. And we're having our coffee talk today with you
Yes.
guys.
If there's anything that you can think of, they said, I wish you guys would talk about something, write it down in the comments, let us know, and we'll talk about that sometime in the future. But today, we're going to be talking about aging and our eyesight.
Unfortunately, just like aging affects everything else, aging affects our eyesight. I have had horrible eyesight practically my entire life. I started wearing glasses in 5th grade because I couldn't see the board, couldn't see anything. So I wore glasses for years. And then once we got married, I got contacts. And so I literally cannot see anything without my contacts or my glasses. I have what they call monovision, where my distance eye is my dominant eye, which I'm left-handed. So my left eye is my dominant eye, and that's where I see distance. And then my right eye is my reading eye, and so I have a contact that helps me read. And so my eyes work together to help me see the best I can. But even with contacts and glasses, my vision's not that great. And without anything, I mean, it is unbelievable how bad my eyesight is. But it's been like that practically my whole life.
Yep.
But it's just gotten worse as I have aged. One way that your eyes change as you age is, to some degree, after you turn 55, we have some type of dry eyes going on. Some people more than others, but your eyes just don't produce as much lubricating tears as they did when you were younger. So that affects me in that I wear soft contacts. So my eyes get really dry, and they tend to, sometimes they're scratchy and itchy. And it's because my eyes are dry and my contacts dry out. So I have to blink a lot, and it's just a pain. Now you can get drops and stuff like that, but mine aren't to that degree yet. But some people really suffer from dry eyes, and it only gets worse as you age. I know a lady that used to use the drops in her eyes, and because she said it just felt like glass in her eyes all the time if she didn't use those drops, which mine is not to that degree. But I can tell as I have aged, my eyes are a lot drier than they used to be, which affects my vision because since I use contacts, I have to blink a lot to keep my contacts moist to see. So it's getting old stinks, guys.
Sure does.
And another thing that
Yes.
goes wrong with your eyes as you age is people develop cataracts.
Yes.
Between the ages of 75 and 79, half the people have cataracts.
That scares me. I'm getting there in about 4 more years.
And cataracts they grow so slowly that you don't realize how bad you're seeing until the cataract's there. But they grow really slowly over your eyes, over the lens, and they make everything really cloudy. So even if you think you're seeing well, you're looking through this cloud, and it's distorting your vision. Well, they've come a long way in the surgery where they can take that off and then put a new lens on, and they can correct your vision and everything when they do this. I haven't gotten to that point, but she did tell me at my last eye exam, she can see that I do have cataracts starting to form. So that's something that I have to keep in mind. And that's probably why I don't like to drive at night. because
Yeah,
I don't see
she
well.
definitely. Or I don't want her driving at night. Put it that way. Definitely, I do all the night driving.
That brings us to our next point.
Yes.
Is your night vision. You just don't see as well in lower light as you age. And that's especially true for me with the start of cataracts, and I don't see well in low light anyway. Sometimes if I'm in a dark room, I can almost feel dizzy because it's like I get almost disoriented. And I remember I was going to a women's event at church. It was dark and it was pouring down rain. Well, I hate to drive in the dark, and I hate to drive in the
No
rain. And you put the two together.
Definitely no
and
driving.
I scared myself. By the time I got there, I was in such a state. I thought, I am never driving at night in the rain by myself ever again. Because like I said, I scared myself. I was thinking, am I on the road? I hope I'm on the road. Is that the road? I mean, it was bad. So that is the last time that I've driven at night in the rain. I've driven at dusk, but I really try as best I can to be home by dark if I'm driving, because I don't trust my eyesight. And that's not a place I thought I would ever be. Oh, I can't go there because it's going to be dark and I can't drive home, you know?
So we don't even want to think what 10 years will be from now her eyesight might be.
And thank goodness Keith still has good eyesight at night, because I certainly don't. And even if I take my contacts out and I put my glasses on, I feel like all the cars are coming straight toward me and I can't see. If it doesn't have a good, clear white line at the edge of the road, I don't know if I'm on the road or not.
Yeah, with the new headlights now, so those things are bright, and it does kind of, you got to avoid the glare off those headlights coming at you. It's a lot worse than the old headlights 20 years ago.
And we know people who don't go places after dark because they don't drive after dark anymore. And like I said, I never thought I would be at that place in my life. But I had a meeting for my 50th class reunions coming up, and one of their meetings, it was dark and it was pouring down rain, and so Keith drove me because I couldn't. I do not trust myself, especially when it's dark and rain.
Yeah. So we can relate now to the people that says they don't want to get out after once it gets dark. Well, you even had a couple in your meeting that said, can we have these meetings before it gets dark? So you weren't the only one.
I wasn't the only one. They were having issues too.
Yeah.
Another thing that happens as you age, guys, is you get spotty vision. You get these things called floaters. And if you've never gotten them,
I never
when you get them, it's pretty scary. Literally, you see spots in front of your eyes, and they're called floaters. It's little blood that dissipates and it floats around your eye. And when you're looking, you're looking at these little spots. And I remember it scared me so bad the first time. And when I went to the eye doctor, she goes, "Oh, that's just a floater. That happens as you age." And I'm like, well, what else is going to happen?
It's no fun getting old.
It's just one thing after another. So your eyes really are affected by age. So if you've never experienced a floater, don't panic. But you'll probably experience one in your lifetime. I have a couple that pop up almost all the time. I'm looking through these floaters. So it stinks.
It's no fun.
And another thing that advances with our eyes as we age is we are at a greater risk for eye disease, like glaucoma, macular degeneration. And if you have diabetes, that can greatly affect your eyes. So we only have one set of eyes. And so that's why I have been very diligent that I go to the eye doctor on a regular basis, at least once a year, sometimes every 6 months, because I don't have that great of eyes.
Yeah.
And I want to take care of them the best that I can, because you only have one set of eyes and that's it. The thing that we need to take away from this is that we all need, especially as we age, we need to go for those regular checkups, so that even if you're not having trouble seeing, just to make sure that you're not developing cataracts or some kind of eye disease, we need to go for regular checkups so that they can keep on top of these, because your vision is priceless. It's something that you cannot afford to lose. So take it from me, who doesn't see well. I value my eyesight.
She does.
I really do. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
It's really good to see you.
See? We'll see you next time on Retired and Loving It. If you'd like to see more of our videos, click the video that just popped up on your screen.